I wanted to be a little bit fresh for. The sales part, the objections part, and where companies would have an issue when doing business with you. Well, there are a couple. Obviously, a company will start thinking, are you looking after these people? Are you, paying them the right amount that they should be paid? And I actually think this is where documenting on LinkedIn, even a little bit on social media if you can, is actually very powerful. Because if your companies can see the clients that you're speaking to or trying to get in touch with, if they can see, the environment that you have, an office, if you have that office, if they can see that side, then they obviously will be much more on board with doing business with you. Now, it is something that companies are going to think of. So how do you address it? Well, when a company says something like, look, I just want to understand, are they getting paid adequately or that sort of thing? Sometimes they might not even say it. Sometimes they might not, and you might need to address the problem before it's even come up. So you would say something like, I know that sometimes people are taken advantage of in some countries, though what we do is pay double the average salary in the country. And obviously that means that not only are they able to look after their families, but in comparison to a lot of the people earning set amounts, they're making a decent amount, they're making a decent living. It's a point you have to address. It is something you have to address because it's a problem and an objection that people will have in their minds. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, and this is me speaking to you, and you can address this problem the way you want, but if you're now living in Pakistan, if you're living in India, Bangladesh, the cost of living is nothing compared to what it is in the UK. Much, much, much lower. And so obviously then, you can live on a smaller amount of money. And that I think is the most important thing. So I think it's very crucial for you guys to understand that it's fine to pay someone £300-400 a month. If that £300-400 a month, bearing in mind, gives them the same sort of lifestyle as someone making £2,000 a month in the Western countries. And that is actually the reality. In fact, I would say £300 to £400 a month probably is the equivalent of someone making £2,500 in the UK, relatively when you look at cost of living. So it's something you're probably going to want to address in an email or on the phone to them. Another issue a company might have is, well, how do we pay you, or how do we do the payroll side? And that is exactly where you will talk about the Stripe side. That's exactly where you will talk in terms of, I will send you a link and it will be a reoccurring payment, or I will send you a one-off invoice, and that will be the odd occasion where when someone has done the work, I will send you an invoice. Where are you registered? Where are you carrying, where are your laws and your regulations and that sort of thing? And it's important to let them know we're a UK based or a US based, or wherever you're based, by the way, we're a company based in the country. And so obviously we have to adhere to certain laws and regulations. And so you are in safe hands. We wouldn't ever do something which will put your company at risk. Because remember, for that company, if they're doing work with you, they might be putting themselves at risk. And obviously no one wants to put their company in risk, especially when you're dealing with HR managers, project managers, production managers, and so on and so forth.